This is a practical, sensible, and responsible family SUV. But what if the school run feels incomplete without a sonic boom? What if you want something with 5 seats, space for your dog, and the ability to outdrag a Ferrari? This is the 2025 Audi RSQ8, and it's about as responsible as a fireworks display in a library. So today I'm going to test it and see just how fast it is. Let's start with the basics. The base price on this car is $136,200. Now this one has a ton of options, including these carbon ceramic brakes with red brake calipers and a sports exhaust. It also has night vision for those of you that haven't been eating your carrots lately, $2,500 for that. Bang & Olufsen sound system, which is really good for $4,900. The executive package is $2,850. The matte black appearance package is $7,100, and out the door you're going to pay $162,000 for this car. That's a lot of money for basically what looks like a Q8 that's had some protein shakes. It's got this gaping black honeycomb grille that looks like it might swallow cyclists whole. These huge oval tailpipes. So I guess these 23-inch rims, because clearly 22-inch rims are for peasants, wearing these Pirelli P0 summer tires, 295/35s all around, massive 6-piston brakes up front, huge roasters. These are 17.3 inches, and the back ones are 14.6. So the standard RSQ8 from last year is gone. The only trim you can get is this performance model, which has more horsepower, a new mechanical center diff, and then a unique suspension system that uses electric motors to stabilize the car and keep it flat as possible in the turns. So under the hood is a twin turbo V8, 4 liters in displacement. It's got 631 horsepower, 627 foot-pounds of torque. That's 40 more horsepower and 37 more torques than last year's model. That means that this car is the most powerful combustion engine vehicle that Audi has ever made. That means 0 to 60 now takes 3.4 seconds, and the quarter mile is dispatched in 11.5. So the rest of the RSQ8's mechanical bits are an unapologetic festival of Germanic overkill. That center diff, for example, can pass 75% of the power to the front wheels, or if the rear gets twitchy, up to 85%. And then it has air suspension, which can raise and lower the body by up to 3.5 inches. And then there's rear wheel steering, which will pivot the rear wheels up to 1.5% in high-speed driving, or up to 5% if you're parking. So plenty of room in the back, as I said earlier. With the rear seats in place, you get around 30.5 cubic feet. Put those down, you get around 60 cubic feet. Oh, and the good news is it can tow up to 7,000 pounds, or as Audi calls it, a small yacht. It has to be said that several cows did lose their lives in the making of this car. There is leather everywhere. Really, I mean, there are 3 seats, but that one is pretty much an uncomfortable one. This one feels pretty good. You get your own controls. There's a digital display there with your vents. Get a blind for the sun, a little bit of room here to store stuff. And then in here, you have the usual quality cup holders, but unfortunately they're the size of a thimble, so take a small cup to go. And then they do have a little bit of recline, which is nice, so you're not bolt upright for most of the journey. So inside from the driver's seat, you are greeted with a maximum amount of screens that you could possibly need. One in front of the driver, one here and one there. Extremely comfortable seats. You got cooled, you got heat, you got Alcantara, you got leather, you got Alcantara here, and then an Alcantara steering wheel, which feels pretty good in your hands. And of course, even though it's an RS, it's not chopped off at the bottom, so you actually get a round steering wheel for a change. So this one has the R design package, so you get red or gray, and it adds subtle contrast in either color, including stitched patent seats. They look pretty cool. So that executive package that I mentioned earlier Gives you those heated rear seats, gives a head-up display, gives you soft closed doors, and then the luxury package brings massaging front seats and that faux suede headliner. And then in the center stand, you've got these two screens. This one is exclusively for climate controls. It's not bad. There are no physical controls apart from this one volume button right here, but other than that, it isn't too bad. What is missing, and according to the Monroney for this vehicle, it was deleted, which is a wireless charger, which is a bit of a miss. Obviously Apple CarPlay, this is fairly quick. It does a pretty good job. Pair the phone, got pretty decent navigation included with this as well. So the cabin materials are very rich in quality, but I can't help feeling that the design might be getting a little bit dated, but I actually don't mind. And then ahead of the driver, you've still got one of the best digital displays that you can get. You can mess around with it, you can configure it. You can change the data that you have on the left here. It looks like my fuel consumption is pretty bad, 12.2. I can't see it getting any better than that. Really love Audi shifters, two cup holders that aren't really big enough, a little 12 volt, there's your parking brake. So really the important button is drive select. You've got off-road, all-road, comfort, auto, dynamic. You also have a button on the steering wheel, which is the RS button. So press that. That gives you two choices. You've got RS1 that you can configure here. Everything is in sport, sport, sport. So RS2 gives you the ability to change the traction control system. Right, so going from RS1 to RS2, stabilization control warning, limited stability. You've got a very angry looking tachometer in the middle, power and torque, and then it shuts down pre-sense, so the traction control is off. This is the most aggressive mode you can choose. It also lifts the revs a little bit and makes the exhaust sound a little better. All right, so without wasting more time, we need to delve into how well does this RSQ8 Performance go. Right, let's go. I'm interested to see how these Pirellis perform. I've heard they are very good, but can be noisy at the limit. It's quick. Steering is just outrageous. And it handles really well. Super flat, that super trick suspension keeps everything really stable. I'm hoping we can get onto some slightly better pavement than this. All right, we have fresh pavement. Keeps going. Kind of reminds me of the Cadillac, the Blackwing. Oh God, that thing just kept on going. Now this one, as the performance model, has an 190 mile an hour top speed, which is, you know, you're not really going to do that here. All right, I'm going to go for some RS2 mode. Here we go. Traction control off. Let's see if we can notice any kind of difference here. It's just amazing how well this thing handles. I mean, it's an SUV. Shouldn't handle this well. I tell a lie, this is not very good pavement either, but whatever. We're in RS2 now. There's no turning back. Crackle from the exhaust. We like that. I think it knows that we mean business at this point. Good G-forces. Changes down at the right spot. Oh, you can feel that power kicking in from the rear wheels. Slight lift of the hood as you put the power down. Tucks in really well. No noticeable understeer. Stomp on it on the way out. Oh man. So good. It's not my kind of car, let me tell you that. It really isn't. It's a big SUV. I like smaller, more nimble vehicles, like the S3, the RS3. But this almost belies physics as to how good it is. So stable, so composed, even over this jiggly, nasty pavement. And this drive mode is just epically good. Well, we did really well not to encounter any traffic in that section. It was great. Had a little bit of fun. And yeah, I mean, this is just a very, very well engineered SUV. So good.